What's up guys, it's Kelly and today I'm going to be doing a Makeup 101 video. I feel like it's been almost a year since I've done my last Makeup 101 video, but hopefully it's worth the wait because I do have a really fun one for you. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys 3 different basic eyeshadow techniques using 3 eyeshadows. And don't be intimidated by the thumbnail. I know I am using neon colors, but I specifically chose 3 eyeshadow colors because I wanted 3 distinct colors so I could show you exactly where I'm putting those shades on my eyes. But obviously you can do any colors, you can do a neutral color palette with this. One thing I do recommend is using black. If you're a novice and you're still not used to a very dramatic eye look, you can use like a dark brown or a dark blue, something like that, but I always recommend having a darker shade. If you guys haven't heard of my Makeup 101 series, it's basically an ongoing series that I'm doing where I'm teaching the absolute basics of makeup. If you guys follow, I do a nail polish 101 series talking about the absolute basics of nail polish, and I figured it would be really cool to do the same thing but for makeup because a lot of you guys ask me questions. So yeah, we're just gonna dive right into it. Like I said, I have 3 different looks for you. So the first look is gonna be a basic smoky eye. That's what I have on right now. The second is gonna be a halo eye, which means that the center of the eye is the lightest part and then it gets darker as you go into the inner and outer corners. And then the third one I'm gonna be showing you is actually similar to the smoky eye, but it's using less eyeshadows, and then the lower lid is gonna be like an accent color. I'm also gonna show you guys just a couple of really quick examples of some other shades that you can use just so that you don't feel super intimidated by the fact that I'm using neon pink and yellow. But yeah, so I guess we should just get started. I'm gonna hop over to a voiceover and I'm gonna do like an extreme close-up of my eye so that you can see exactly where I'm placing each eyeshadow. I'm also gonna be, of course, explaining which brushes I am using, although I am planning on doing a separate video on all of my eyeshadow brush recommendations. And of course, everything that I'm using is gonna be linked in the description. But anyway, without further ado, let's just get started. So roll footage. So this is the palette that I'm going to be using for today's video. This is the Neon palette by Ditto Cosmetics. So I'm going to be using the yellow, the neon pink, and the black. But like I said, you do not have to use these 3 colors. I just wanted standout shades so you could see exactly where I was placing the eyeshadow. But just for example, a little bit more neutral of a palette you could use. This is the Poppy palette from ColourPop. So you could just do 3 different shades of neutrals, or if you wanted to get into shimmers, I would always say instead of the yellow, you could use any of the shimmers. Instead of the pink, you could use any of the browns, and then you can just use a black like I used. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette, clearly very well loved. So starting off with the look that I'm wearing in the intro of this video, which is the basic smoky eye, I'm going to take this giant fluffy brush and I'm just going to put down yellow all over my eyelid and then blend that out into my skin. So what I already have on my eyes is I primed it with some concealer and then I set that with some face powder, so it should blend in pretty easily. But like I said, you don't have to use yellow. Any sort of neutral lighter shade would be perfect for this as well. And this is actually what I'm going to be doing for all 3 of the eye looks. So in this case, I am also going to be using this nice angled brush and I'm going to pop some of that onto the lower lid area, and then I'm going to go in with the pink and another fluffy brush and I'm going to start to build that out in the outer corner of my eye. So this is a super simple method. Honestly, you don't even need 3 eyeshadows for this. 2 is enough, just doing the same thing on the top and bottom lid. But of course, you do get a little bit more depth if you add a 3rd color. And for me, I always like to add black because I do think it kind of creates a little bit more dimension within the look. But yeah, the main thing you want to focus on is just blending forever. And I know that sounds funny, but I really do mean it. Honestly, every eye makeup look that I do generally takes at least 10 minutes just because of all of the blending I do. You can always use more colors so you can blend less, but personally, I would rather just spend a little bit more time, use less eyeshadows, and spend more of that time blending. So just taking a slightly smaller brush with that black eyeshadow, and again, building that out to the corner. I'm not going as far into the inner corner of my eye as I did with the pink, so with each successive color, I'm going a little bit more concentrated on the outer corner of my eye, and because of that, with each successive color, I'm using a slightly smaller fluffy brush. But these fluffy eyeshadow brushes are my favorite to use. Like I said, I am planning on doing a video all about the different eyeshadow brushes that I'm using, so stay tuned for that. And I'm just going to use a little pencil brush on my lower lash line just to get the black on my lower lash line, and then I'm just going to finish off my eye look. Since this is a video that is just about the eyeshadow, I'm going to skip over all the stuff that I'm doing. I just popped on some liner and lashes, and this is the final look for that eyeshadow look. Like I said, super straightforward. It's really simple. It just takes some some time to be able to blend out. And as long as you are using two shades that blend together fairly easily, you shouldn't have a difficult time. As you can see, because I'm using the pink and yellow, they blend together really nicely into an orange shade in the center of my eye, and it almost creates this illusion that I used more eyeshadows than I actually did on my eye, which in my opinion always makes a look be a little bit more professional seeming. So it's definitely an easy trick to do, especially if you are using neutral shadows. But if you do want to use colorful eyeshadows, just try to pick shades that can blend into each other and create something nice instead of a muddy brownish kind of color. So yeah, let's move on to the halo eye, meaning the inner and outer corner are darker and the center of the lid is going to be the brightest spot. So once again, I'm taking that big fluffy brush and I am just putting that all over my eyelid. So this is going to be the brightest color, and I don't actually need any sort of highlight brighter than this, but as you get on and a little bit more experienced with it, you can always pop something even shimmery in the middle of your lid and it looks pretty cool, but I'll explain a little bit more about that after. I just want to make sure I'm getting that base down and blended into my skin really nicely. This is always the longest step for me, specifically blending out that first color and making sure I have a nice foundation for blending the other colors on top of. So once I have this done, the rest of the makeup comes a little bit more smoothly, but the biggest and most important step for me is making sure I take a lot of time to really blend out that first color. And I'm going to put a lot on my lower lash line as well so that I can blend that out and kind of mirror the image that I'm doing on the top on the bottom of my eyes. So then I'm going to take a little bit more of a pointed brush. It's not as fluffy as the brushes that I used in the smoky eye because we really want to concentrate that pink color on the outer and inner corners without blending too much of that yellow away and creating that kind of orangey color. We still want the center of the eye to remain yellow or whatever bright color you end up using. So I'm just very slowly building that out and starting as far as possible into the corner as I can and just very slowly building that up, dipping back into my palette whenever I need to, and then kind of just moving closer to the yellow part of my eye when there's less on the brush. And I'm going to use a really small brush for the inner corner just because I want to make sure that I'm not using too fluffy of a brush and really muddying up all of that yellow. I just want to have a nice pointed tip and just kind of build up that inner corner area without blending away too much. So this is also a really good brush to use on the lower lash line, so I'm just reusing it there. And as you can see, like I said, I'm doing a mirror image of the top and the bottom, and then I'm just kind of blending that out a little bit, starting to connect the pink shade above where my little halo is going to be on my eye. It doesn't have to be like a perfect surrounding circle. I'm kind of just blending everything together so it looks a little bit more seamless. And for me, I, as you can see, like to go back and forth between a few different brushes as I'm blending just to make sure that I'm getting the right colors on and blending them nicely with each other, kind of just hopping back and forth between all the brushes. And then we're going in with the black. So once again, like I did with the smoky eye, I don't want to put the black everywhere that I have the pink. I almost want to have an even more concentrated area and even less black eyeshadow than I have pink eyeshadow. So the black is going to be like the center of the pink, and the pink is kind of like the center of the yellow, if that makes any sense. And again, just going back and forth between my other brushes. It's really something that takes time to blend out, and I know it can be frustrating and sometimes it just does not look good while you're in the process of doing it, but I urge you to keep going forward because sometimes a makeup look is not going to look good until you are done with it. So just keep on going, and then hopefully you will manage to find your way by the end, because sometimes it's just a matter of kind of blending everything out and then having all of the colors properly on the eye with your mascara and your eyeliner and everything else and blending it out. Blend, blend, blend. That is definitely the most important part. And as you can see, I'm kind of just jumping back and forth. You don't have to jump back and forth as frantically as me with all the different brushes and colors, but that's just the way that's easiest for me. I know it looks kind of crazy up close, but as you can see, once I put on my liner and have my lashes on or just put on my mascara, it really brings the whole eye look together. So again, you know, don't be discouraged if it looks kind of crazy while you're in the process of doing it. Once you're done, it should have a nice cohesive look to it. So yeah, this is super easy for the halo eye. And like I said at the beginning of the video, you can always pop on a little bit of highlight in the center of the eye, or if you want, you can always use use a matte white eyeshadow, and that'll just make that halo center even more bright and exciting. So the final look that I'm going to share with you is actually a smoky eye as well, but what I'm going to do is I'm only going to use 2 eyeshadows on the top, and then I'm going to use 1 accent color on the bottom. So once more, we are finding ourselves with this very fun, fluffy brush and my yellow eyeshadow, and once again, I'm taking the most time just to go in and blend that into my skin and blend that around so that it's a nice seamless transition from yellow to my actual skin tone. So again, this is just the part that takes me the longest, and I always encourage you to take about as much time as you can doing it. So for example, if my eye makeup look takes me 10 minutes, I would say just doing that first color is about 5 minutes of it. So I'd spend 50% of my time just blending that first color in to ensure I have a good foundation. And I know that sounds excessive, but it really is the best way to make sure that the rest of your eye makeup is gonna look smooth and well blended. And even in these close-ups, I feel like it almost looks like it could be better blended, but once you're actually normal distance from a person, they will see a nice seamless blend. So now I'm just gonna go directly into the black eyeshadow. Now, if you are a novice at this, I wouldn't recommend going directly in with black. I would just use a very dark brown or a very dark blue, depending on whatever kind of color you are putting on your eyes, just something that matches, and then slowly start to blend that into the yellow. So going from a very light color to a very dark color is relatively difficult, but it is possible. I just like to, again, really take my time with this, have very little on the brush at a time, and then just very slowly start to build up that color. So you can see it almost starts off like a very soft gray, and the more that I'm blending and the more that I'm applying that black, the deeper that it gets and the more that it's becoming a black corner on the edge of the eye. And then I'm just taking a clean brush and I'm kind of just cleaning everything off nicely and blending it so that it looks nice and smooth. I always like to have a clean fluffy brush on hand, and then I like to go back and forth between using a clean fluffy brush and using my lighter color and kind of just blending back and forth until there are no more lines on my eye. And again, even if there are just like a tiny bit, I don't think people really notice that sort of thing. It's just something that you see when you're doing an extreme close-up in a YouTube video. So don't be too stressed out about that, and it does get easier to blend over time. The more you practice it, the easier it is. So now I'm going to take that pink color, and normally I recommend just using a nice accent color. It doesn't have to be anything so stark as a neon pink, but maybe a nice green or a nice teal shade always looks really good in the waterline and the lower lash line. And I just use sort of a densely packed dome eyeshadow brush for that, and then a little bit of a pencil brush with some black to kind of deepen that outer corner. And that is literally it. The lower lash line takes about 5 seconds to just get that shadow on, and then you are absolutely done. So this one's probably the most crazy looking just because of the colors that I picked. But if you guys watched, I recently did a Makeup 101 video where I was showing how to introduce color, and I always love to do a neutral top eyeshadow look and then use a blue or green on the lower lash line just as a little pop of color and an accent. So that's kind of the mindset I was going with these colors here. So yeah, those are my 3 go-to beginner eyeshadow techniques. Obviously, these are not the only techniques, but these are always the ones that I end up going back to. But if you guys are interested in seeing more of these, I might be able to do like a part 2 or maybe a slightly more advanced version of this. Just let me know in the comments and I can definitely do that for you. And of course, as you go on and learn a little bit more about makeup and blending, you can always introduce more colors. Personally, I always think it's great to start with matte colors, the non-shimmery kind, just because I think it's easier in terms of placement and not having to worry about blending. But as you do go on, you can always start to include more shimmery colors in there or top some of the highlight areas with those shimmery colors. So yeah, that is it for this video, but I am planning on doing more Makeup 101 videos. So if there's anything in particular that you do want to see, just let me know in the comments and I will definitely make a note to do a video on that. I promise they will be coming more often than once a year, so stay tuned. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. I put out new videos every Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday, usually about nail polish, but I am trying to get a little bit more into makeup. If you found this makeup tutorial helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It lets me know I'm doing a good job. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Bye. Today's fun fact comes from Patreon supporter Shay na 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 na. And Shay na 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 wants to know, if you could live on any planet and survive, which planet would you live on and why? That is a question I have actually never considered before, although actually that's not true at all. I have considered very much living on Mars, and I always think if I were in a situation where I got an offer to live on Mars for the rest of my life, would I take it? And then I always try to think about like all of the things that I would lose out on in Earth. But then I think about the opportunity to really like experience life on another planet. I think would be so incredible. Like just being a human on another planet would be crazy and just so cool. But if I could live on any planet other than Mars, I guess it would have to be Mars then. I don't know. I haven't really spent too much time thinking about it, but maybe I need to think a little bit more about which planet specifically I most align with personally and which planet maybe would like match my style. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.